Guys, we made ice cream with 4 ingredients and no ice cream maker. We used Fairlife milk, some Keto Chow protein powder, some Splenda monk fruit, and cottage cheese. We used all low-fat ingredients so that our macros can be under control. And this is the texture. Look at that. That is perfect soft serve ice cream. Look how it hangs on there. Yum. Now we got to try it. Yes. Yes, and more yes. Yeah, so stick around if you want to see how I make it. Hi, this is Terry. I've lost 180 pounds with a combination of keto, carnivore, and counting calories. I started my journey in August of 2019 and reached my goal in November of 2022. Now that I've reached my goal, I'm focusing on my health, both physical and mental. Thank you for watching. So I want this to be 2 servings. So what my plan is if I use a whole serving of my Fairlife, and I'm using fat-free milk. All the recipes that I found, like looking on Keto Chow and other places, they use, they always talk about using full-fat stuff. But guys, I personally am watching my macros. So if you want a more creamy, actual ice cream type texture, for sure go with what they're saying, the full-fat stuff. But for me, I got to do what works for my macros, so I'm using 1% of my low-fat cottage cheese, and I'm using fat-free, ultra-filtered Fairlife milk. So if I use a serving of this, and a full serving of this, then I will have it in 2 servings. So when I plug this into my tracker, it'll be a half cup of milk, half serving of cottage cheese, and a half of my whatever Keto Chow flavor I'm using. I'm also going to put in some Splenda monk fruit. But let's get this going. And 1 serving of milk is 240 grams. It's also 1 cup. Well, guys, you all know I do not like dirtying up any more dishes than I have to. Wait a minute, what did I say, 240? I don't want to dirty up any more than I have to. So I would much rather set something on a scale and weigh it out. I know people ask me all the time, why do you use a scale? For one, it's more accurate measurements. And for 2, it's just easier. And I'm a lazy, I'm a minimalist. I'm a minimalist in my kitchen. I don't want to do a bunch of extra stuff. So now I'm going to put in the Keto Chow. My thought process is if I put the powder in the middle, maybe it won't gum up quite so much. But I've watched a couple different videos, and on Keto Chow, this was how they made their they made cheesecake. I don't remember what flavor they used, but this is orange mango. So now I'm going to zero it out, and 1 serving of cottage cheese is 113 grams. Everything I read talks about how salty the cottage cheese is. So they say you really need to add some sweetener to it. And some people add honey. But to me, it'll be like an orange mango cheesecakey ice cream. I am going to put in some of this. Is the Splenda monk fruit zero. Let's put some of that in there. There we go. Just a little psst. Not a psst. Not psst. But a psst. I'm out. So now I'm going to put this on. Set this aside because we're done measuring it. And then let's see how this works in our blender. I'm going to shake it up and run it through one more time. Okay. So let's set that back. You know I'm very obsessive about making sure everything's even. So I've got our 2 bowls that we'll use here. And first I'll pour it out, and then I'll worry about which one has more or less. Let's see the texture right now. This is my first time doing it. I probably could have used less of the milk, but here's how it looks for now. I was watching the Keto Chow website the other day. It was a question and answer session. And they were saying that a lot of the problems, the answer to the question is add more water. So evidently a lot of people have issues with Keto Chow being too thick. So that's why I added a full serving of a full cup of the milk. So now we're going to give this a taste. Ooh. 2 thumbs up, just like we drank it. This would be like a smoothie. It's really good. But instead, we're going to pop it in the freezer. We'll check in about 2 hours. And 2.5 hours. We'll see when we get, but I'll see in about 2. I'll let you know how long it's been. It's been 30 minutes, and I just want to, since I'm not making it in a special maker, I'm just going to come in and stir it every 20-30 minutes. And it's already thickening up to a good texture. But, so it's been 30 minutes. I could probably do it another 30 minutes and it'll be ready to eat. And even right now, it's thicker than how much the, my dash does. Well, it's about the same. But this is a little less runny than the dash. So there we go. It's been 30 minutes. I'm going to stir this up and I'm going to stir the other one. And I'll be back in another 30 minutes. So originally I said I'd be back in 2 hours. Now I'm just going to come back and tell you every 30 minutes. So it's been 30 minutes. I'll let you see me stir this one up as well. Just in case you didn't know how to stir up some cottage cheese ice cream. I'm scraping it off the edges. Oh, scraping it off the edges to make sure I get that all mixed in there. I know it's kind of hard to see with my hand in the way. See that? I'm just wanting to get those cold bits in there. So there we go. All right. Like I said, I'll see you in another 30 minutes and we'll stir them up again and see what we think in 30 minutes. Okay, it's been another 30 minutes. I want to see the texture here. Again, I'm going to get it all off the outer edges here just to kind of make sure it gets blended in. You know, I'm afraid one of these times it's going to fly out of my hands. I probably could have sprayed the sides. I don't know. Can you use something like a spray oil? Would that work when it comes to freezing something? I don't know. But anyway, this right here is definitely a good soft serve texture. How about I do it this way? That's a little better. There we go. It's definitely, this would be a good texture. I would like to see it go another 30 minutes and see what it gets to. But yeah, just coming in every 30 minutes. Yes, that's a lot of work. And no, you don't have to do it this way. I should have stirred one and not stirred the other and see how that turned out. But I didn't, so let's do this one the same way. Scrape the outer edges first. I am sure, like I said in the beginning, if you were to use a high-fat cottage cheese and a high-fat milk, I'm sure you would get a more creamier. This is probably maybe closer to iced milk. But again, I'm not a texture person. I've told you all that lots of times. But this is still creamy. This is still a creamy texture, you guys. All right, but I'm going to let this sit for another 30 minutes. And we will come back. Like I said, I feel like we could eat this right now and it would be perfect, but it's still too early for me to eat it. And I'm making this for supper tonight. So I'll see you another 30 minutes. And here we have it. Doesn't that look really good? It is our orange mango keto chow cottage cheese Fairlife milk sweetened ice cream. That's really good. Good texture. Go Terri. Go Terri. Good job, Maynard. Y'all, this was really easy and tasty. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Yeah, buddy. I'm going to be having this for supper tonight. Anyway, if you want to make it, now you know how. All right, bye. Y'all, I was so excited. I forgot to give you the macros. So this ice cream, it's 143 calories, 25.6 protein, 5.9 net carbs, 0.7 fat. Now, let me compare that with the fruit that I've been eating. So calories, ice cream 143, the fruit is 168. Protein 25.6 with the ice cream, fruit is 2.3. Net carbs of the ice cream is 5.9. Net carbs of the fruit is 37.5. And fiber for the ice cream is 0.7 and fruit was 1.1. So it is 25 calories less, more protein, and 37 minus 6, so like 30 net carbs less. So yeah, I said fiber, it was fat. Fat is 0.7 in the ice cream and fat in the fruit is 1.1. Again, I use the low fat version of the cottage cheese and Fairlife milk. You can use the higher fat version. This just fit my macros and what I was shooting for. So